It's Grace, what you seeing? I know it looks about 12. I'm just gonna send the announcement in, boys. Morning everyone, what we saying? Morning Daniel, how you feeling? Yeah, still feel pretty shit, I'm not gonna lie, but just trying to firm it really, because we've got the link up as well, so my body needs to recover, bruv. We need to recover. I'm just sending the announcement in chat. But yeah, man, I still feel pretty shit. But we'll get through it, boys. I mean, we had a good trading day yesterday anyway. Yesterday went pretty well. So yeah, should have some more of the same today, boys. More of the same today. More of the same today, man. Let me know what pairs we're looking at. Also went shop yesterday and literally bought everything you need to recover. So I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I tried to find that shit that Josh was on about, but I couldn't. They didn't have it in Bossman's shop. Bare shit though. Let's sort this live out. Yeah, let me know what pairs you're trading, boys. Set this up. What you saying? What you saying, boys? What you saying, Daniel? What you saying, Jed? Mehmet, what you saying? John, Vigok, what you saying? Fletcher, Tommy, morning, boys. Curtis, Claudio, Josh, what you saying? What you saying, Troy? What you saying, Daniel? Yeah, let's see what people are looking at. Greet, what you saying, Stefan? How you doing, bro? EU longs you looking for, bro? Yeah, man. Well, bro just gaslit me. Yeah, I'll have a look though at EU longs. We've had an EU long in the signal, this one here. So we'll see how that one plays out. We'll see how that plays out. In terms of the higher time frame, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news again. I don't want to be a stick in the mud, but it's just not really an optimal day to be trading. For me personally, where we're at, obviously, my bias would still be longs until the market proves otherwise. I mean, we're still breaking highs. We're yet to break a higher time frame low, so we still should just assume that we're bullish. We still, it's an Amazon job, bro, or Holland and Barrett. Oh yeah, I'll have to go there. But yeah, so we got this fair value gap here, which I'd want DXY to really trade up into, even if we are going to move down. So that's why I'd more really be preferring the dollar to move higher. As I said, just because it's one of them, whether we are going to go higher just to break the high from this order block here to our external high, or if we're going to continue this downtrend, I do still think we need to move this little bit up before we do so. So yeah, me personally, I would probably prefer longs and therefore shorts on EU GU. GU's not really the best. GU's really unaligned, obviously, since that news. It's been very much news-led. GU obviously looks really bearish. The other thing with GU is In terms of this leg here, unlike that DXY's got something to trade into, you can see with that fair value gap. EU as well has got something to trade into. Well, it has traded into that fair value gap. But GU doesn't really have anything. So if I was looking at anything, it would be EU. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on EU. Again, EU is basically the same for what you saying, Aaron? Yeah, EU is basically the same thing as DXY. I mean, ideally we'd want it to continue down like that. But at a bare minimum, we'd want it to come and fill this fair value gap. So yeah, we'll see. I do think if you are in longs, it's not the end of the world. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, if you look at the most recent momentum, the momentum's definitely to the upside right now. You can see these last few days we've ran, what, 123 pips to the upside, which is pretty significant. So yeah, man, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Just checking order flow right now. I mean, we've got this fair value gap here, so we're interesting to see if we can break out of this high. If we can break out of that high. What I really do want to see is price trade into this fair value gap, because then it's actually going to provide some entries potentially to the downside. Same with GU really. I mean, GU, as I said, is a bit less tradable, but I'd want it to come into at least this order block here. And the DXY, again, same thing. I'd want it to trade down into this level right here. So yeah, everyone double tap the screen, man. Let's get some more man in here. Let's get 100 man in this TikTok live real quick. Everyone double tap the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, boys, drop a like on the stream as well. Let's get this popping. Everyone double tap the screen. I hit my TP today on my account on gold. Nice, bro. Nice. Yeah, gold actually looks decent, to be fair. Gold actually does look decent. Price hasn't really moved much. Yeah, gold had that nice move to Asia high. Let's see what people are saying. Everyone double tap the screen, man. Let's get some more man in this YouTube. Let's get some more man in this YouTube. Haven't had a cold once this year. Take it every morning and night. 2 drops in water. It's potent, but it works. Yeah, that's banging. It's banging. Coming back down now on EU to this fair value gap. Yeah, this is the signal we've had. So let's see how this one does. So it is a bank holiday as well. So we are going to be moving slower for dollar pairs. Get the tunes on. So yeah, let me know what we're looking at, man. Let me know what we're looking at. Let me put these on and we'll get into Alright, yeah, let's see. Let's see what people are saying. Anyone in EU longs? I'm going short on EU. DTO sells on EU. Yeah, man, that's why I want us to trade up a bit more. That's why I want us to trade up a bit more. EU short. Fair play. How am I feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling alright, man. I'm feeling alright. Morning, Claudio. What you saying? Morning, Tommy. Morning, Fletcher. What you saying? Morning, Flips. What you saying, bro? Morning, Ben. I always thought your name was Bone Flips, not Ben Flips, which is funny. How are you in this EU trade? I'm waiting for it to trade up, really, bro. Into this 15 minute to really look for anything. It's just going to be slow, though, man. It is going to be slow. Yeah, I can't see really any reason for DXY to sell off right here. I do think we're, at least as we said, even if we are going to go short, I do think we're going to come higher to this fair value gap here. How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm alright, Jim, man. I'm alright. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. This trade's come right back in. See how this one does. Yeah, I just can't really see any reason for EU to want to stop here. if it does move in correlation. EU like does look nice for longs, but DXY just nowhere near where we'd want it to come into. GU the same, but it's nowhere near where we'd want it to come into. Well, GU's not really got any level, to be fair, so GU I'd more just be looking at this order block. So I'd like GU to come down about 20 pips. I'd like EU, well, EU's fine, but DXY I'd want it to come up at least into this fair value gap. So yeah, similar type of range. So yeah, I've got mine on Amazon. Sweet, bro. I'll have a look. To be fair, there's a Holland and Barrett right near our office, but obviously never there that much anymore, so probably will just order it. Get the tunes on. Somebody get the tunes on, Laffy. UJ Long, how you feeling? Yeah, I'm alright to hear, man. I feel a bit better. I just still feel got like not the flu in it, but you know them type of symptoms. You just feel like shit basically. So it's better when EUG you are all correlating as much as possible. Yeah, that's it, Summer. Yeah, I'm all good, Bigfoot. I have a sell limit of 50% of the FEG. Fair play. Hopefully we can trade up into it. Hopefully we can trade up into it. I'm assuming it's something like that. Yeah, and even in terms of EU on the lower time frame, I don't really think this is going to be what we react off of. We've got this order block here. I just don't think this is too strong of a level to be the thing that we react off. Again, I may be wrong, but yeah, I can personally see us coming lower. Looks like we're going to invert that fair value gap as well, which isn't good at all. Yeah, it is a US bank holiday. So let's get some more man in this YouTube live, man. We've only got 50 man in here. That's poor numbers. Let's get some more man in here, boys. Let's get some more man. Let's get some more man in this live. I need to build these lives up again. 56 man in here. Yeah, bro, the numbers are dropping. I don't really know why. But the numbers on YouTube are low-key. I mean, our subscribers are going up, but just the numbers are just dropping. You're looking for an entry on bank holiday? Not really. I won't really be itching to get into a trade. It's just more the fact that none of them are aligned. It's not the fact it's a bank holiday. You can see this big sell-off though about to come through. Yeah. DXY broken all of those highs. Only reason EU's still in is because obviously EU's opened up very strong this morning. It's had a recovery from that spike down. Let me move my cam a little bit. Check your Discord. I sent you on Amazon. Sweet, bro. Sweet. Yeah, this EU's absolutely smashing it down. Hopefully, I want it to come up a little bit though, so we can actually get into a trade. But I mean, we can see the just typical bank holiday price action. To be fair, I mean, London session's not really done anything. It's sort of just, who you can see, sort of just moving sideways right now. So yeah, let's just wait and see how it plays out, man. Bro looks like Tom from I'm a Celeb. I don't watch I'm a Celebrity because I'm not a child, but is that a dub or is that an L? Let's have a look. Tom from I'm a Celeb. Okay. Okay. Bro, this guy looks like James Argent after he finishes one of his packet binges and comes on Good Morning Britain and warns everyone about the one not to do gear. Hang on. Let me... Okay. Alright, keep that face in mind. When's he on Good Morning Britain? He literally looks like... When he stopped, yeah, like this. when he stops doing gear, when he goes on a this guy's actually like the biggest fraudster as well. This Argent guy. He bangs on about losing weight, but the only reason he loses weight is because he goes on massive packet binges for like 6 months at a time. And everyone's like, oh, well done, mate. Yeah, that is an L, though. That guy looks creepy, bruv. I'm just assuming he's gay. I mean, I don't think it takes a crystal ball. Yeah, that EU smashing down. I think the longs are cooked, chat. And we're at the last level. It's that older block there. Who's seen HS arguing with his clone on TikTok? Yeah, that guy's bare good at impressions, isn't it? That Jules guy. I rate him. I rate that Jules guy. His jokes. Used to see him in the gym, Bear. You sound like him too. I'm assuming I don't. Surely he sounds. I'm not about to search up what he sounds like as well, but that's got to be rage bait. There's no way I sound like him. He looks American as well. Used to see him in the gym, Bears. Yeah, he went to my school, my primary school. Yeah, that one's cooked. Yeah. It was a bit of a weird long, to be fair, in my opinion, but fair play. I mean, we've all been there. I nearly blew my challenge account today. Why is that to hear? Long EU from 30-minute imbalance. All the way down here. Yeah, potentially. We just want DXY to reach the actual point. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what Apex was doing. Shorting from, longing from there. I mean, his strategy is his strategy, but it seems a little bit stupid or a bit crazy. More than reality, what you saying? Yeah, it went my secondary school, that bro. He offered to come back and do like a speech in assembly, and the school said no. Like, bruv, what are you gonna tell us? The geezer's known for being dumb and fat. All due respect. LG's the best, that's why. Yeah, fair play. May still thinks EU is going up. I still believe high time frame bearish for a hot minute. Yeah, the high time frame just has been bearish for a while. We just really wanted it to come up a bit higher. There's just no real entry opportunities right here. There's just no entry opportunities. That's it, really. That's the long and short of it. You can see, man, it's just like... Just didn't come up to anything. We've just had a pure sell-off, really, since Asia and the London Open. We've just been consolidating for a bit, but no actual real retracements. Just really just moving down heavily. So, yeah, one of them ones, boys. One of them ones. Let me know what other pairs you man are looking at. If you man even are looking at any other pairs. Low, want to see if longs, low's taken. Want to see if we can get a long set up now. Wouldn't even really be looking for longs, man. All good. Slow week for me. Yeah, it has been a bit of a slow week. There's been a lot of news, to be fair. I mean, not even today, but there's a bank holiday today for the US. We had that budget yesterday. The fucking budget that leaked early. That just sums it all up, really, doesn't it? Literally sums it all up. EG, but getting in a bit late. Yeah, we did complete our CRT now on EG that we was looking for. Obviously the high being swept. We wanted it to come into that low, which is poor line there, which has now been completed. So, again, man, it's not optimal. Any pound pair right now, it's because we've had such a mad news week. There's nothing really to trade off. I mean, we've had this massive like Diddy and Drake candle, so it's one of them. I'd still be looking for shorts though on this, to be fair. I'd still be looking for shorts on EG rather than anything. But even that, yeah, boys, I'll be real. The market's not looking the nicest today. Not looking the nicest at all. So you just want to be careful, man. Do want to be careful. We've had a change of character there. I mean, we didn't actually break the high, so we do still want to break this low here. So we'll see if we can break this low. We've had the 5-minute imbalance trade through as well. IFVG, sorry. It's kind of nice as well because you can see we did initially come into it and have a nice reaction. We did come into it and move up, just couldn't break the high. And then we've come back down now. So hopefully we can close below. EG is probably looking like the best bet right now. Yeah, 4-hour liquidity above. I was looking at UJ long from DTO. Yeah, let's have a look at JPY. And even JPY is moving how we'd wanted it to. We completed this CRT. What time frame was this? Yeah, this 8-hour CRT. You can see we swept out the high there. And then traded down into the low eventually. Obviously filling our imbalance as well on the, what was it, the 4-hour imbalance? Yeah, with this 4-hour imbalance right at the top of our internal external. So yeah, we're still targeting this low. Our target hasn't been hit yet. Obviously in terms of our range, we've got our range high, range low, our internal liquidity that we're coming in off, which we've now filled. So we want to see price come down to there. So we've had the initial sell off, but we're still very much we've got more to aim for. In terms of the daily, there's not really much on the daily to really go off in terms of CRT. So I'd just be looking at that order block there. I've seen that order block has been tapped into. Normally you'd obviously look for some imbalance in the prior day distribution, but there is none. So I'll just be looking at that order block, which we have came into now. Obviously again, we don't really have any 4-hour imbalance either. So it's one of them. We do sort of have some here, but obviously it's been filled there. It's been filled, as you can see. That imbalance has been filled. It tapped into that. In terms of this sell-off as well, I'm assuming we came back up into the OTE as well. Where is it? The OTE. We dot this across. Yeah, it could be JPY pairs. Could be the one to go with. Yeah, so we came into the OTE, as you can see. Filled that 15-minute imbalance. And then we're starting to have a sell-off. So you'd really be looking for that just to continue today. So to be fair, boys, we could actually have some decent trades on JPY pairs. We've got a clear directional bias to the downside. I mean, the CRT has been completed now, but as I said, we still have the this swing low to target, which is a fair bit away. I mean, this whole leg from our imbalance to from the imbalance to the low is 180 points, and right now we are 80 points away, so we've still got almost half of that leg to move, which is pretty decent. Let's go on the lower time frame. I'll just really be looking to continue this order flow, to be fair. Wouldn't want to try anything too smart. So obviously we filled this imbalance here, so really be looking to get in right now, to be fair. The imbalance has been filled, or if you want to call it the order block, same thing really in this scenario. Order block's been tapped into. Yeah, in terms of the 30-minute, we've also got this 30-minute imbalance which has been filled, which is kind of nice. You can see we've got that imbalance there that's been filled. So we're just trying to track for order flow really. So really what we're seeing so far is obviously the Asia session, or not the Asia session, the PM session rallied up, tapped into this fair value gap and the daily order block, and then straight away had a big sell-off. We then had a decent rally up to the OTE and to the order block, sell-off again. And that really left us with this 30-minute imbalance here, and then obviously starting at 7 o'clock came into it and then moved down again. So we know the order flow is definitely bearish right now, so the order flow and the higher time frame is bearish. So yeah, you'd really just be looking for that to continue. So yeah, you'd be looking for buyers on UJ, buyers on GJ, buyers on EJ. To be fair, I mean, you would really want to be careful with okay, to be fair, it's actually moving nice. We've had a change of character. Yeah, EG's the one, man. EG's the one. I mean, looking at this, we obviously want EG to come down, which tells us we want the pound to get stronger over the euro. So that would tell us if we are looking at JPY pairs, we either want to buy UJ or we want to buy GJ. Because at least the pound's got a little bit of strength in it. So let's have a look at GJ. It's probably going to be setting up a little bit nicer to actually have a trade. Yeah, GJ we've been catching really nice recently as well. Like really, really nice. It's been moving very simply off these 4-hour order blocks. You can see we've got the 4-hour order block there. Took the Asia low, tapped into, ran. But then had this order block here, which price ran from, tapped in over the news, and then ran across again. We did actually get that pretty nice. That 1-hour order block as well. We did shorten it down a little bit to that 1 hour, which we did tap into, so that's nice. Yeah, JPY pairs are really easy right now, chat, I'll be real. They're fucking so easy. Slideshow Bob, sideshow Bob. I'm struggling to get my head around CRT watching your vid on repeat. Yeah, it's just all about the close essentially. You probably watch my YouTube video, but if you really want to understand it fully, you want to go to if you are in the mentorship, if you go to the 2025 mentoring or 2024 mentoring, I believe. 2024 mentoring, I've done like a 6-part video series on it, so this will like properly drill it into your head. So we've got CRT 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. So yeah, if you watch all of them, then I'm sure it will go into your head. Everyone double tap the screen. Let's get 1,000 likes in here. Shorting EU early this morning. Fair play, Javon. Yeah, it looks nice, man. Mace thinks... wait, I've read that already. I don't know if you're in there, reality. But yeah, CRT is one of them. It's once you wrap your head around it, it's really easy. It's just about wrapping your head around it initially. Yeah, just basically, there's only 2 things you really got to remember. Is that every candle's a range. And then that's essentially it. And then it's all about the close as well. All about the close. Let's look at the GJ entries potentially. Let's see. So we've got our fair value gap here that we've tapped into. Not the best price action, I'll be honest. Just don't really like the look of that. Like this unmitigated wick here, just doesn't look too nice. Normally when we come this close to the Asia low, I just would rather see it get actually taken. So I'd probably wait for some confirmation on this one in order to get in. But yeah, CRT is good. I mean, the main thing with CRT is just so you got a candle like that. And essentially, there's only 2 things that the next candle can possibly do to it. I suppose there's 3. So, I mean, the first option what you can do is just trade within the same candle range. So this is our candle here. Mark on the high. Mark on the low. There's essentially 2 things that the next candle can do. Or 3 things really, sorry. So, number 1, which is the thing we don't really care about that much, is the candle can just trade within, right? So it won't break out the high, won't break out the low, it will just be slow. This normally happens on like a Monday, because obviously Mondays are really slow. And then obviously the candle's going to look something like that. The high, like this, and like this, right? So that's the first option, right? Is it just trades within the same candle range, right? And in that case, nothing changes. The other thing it can do is it can have an expansion. So obviously this here, we'd call accumulation, right? Because we haven't taken anything, we're just accumulating. The other thing it can do is expansion. So it can move outside of the candle. So obviously take out the high and start distributing. So it can close a little bit above the candle high, massively above the candle high. Either way, it basically expands past this prior candle, right? So we've got the accumulation or we've got the expansion so far. And the other bit, the final one, which is the one we actually look to trade, is the manipulation, which is where we take out the candle's high, so that it will move like this, but then we close back below, right? So we close back below. We'll take out the candle's high. What that means is it initially looked like an expansion because we were starting to break through, we're starting to move higher. But then when it comes time for the candle to actually close, we then close back within, all right, back within the range. And then as soon as that happens, we are looking to short to the candle low because it shows that it's going to reverse that range. Because remember, every candle's a range, so this is our range from the candle high to the candle low. So yeah, that's the three things it can do. It can either just sit within and do nothing like that, it can manipulate like that, or it can distribute out, right? When it closes like this, you typically just want to see it continue because it's obviously it's playing its hand, right? It's closed above the prior candle, so it looks bullish, it's looking bullish. Or this one, which is typical manipulation, where it looks bullish only to trick people out because the candle closed back within, right? Thank you, I get it now, nice explanation. Yeah, just one of them. It does probably take a while to get in your head, but once you get it in your head, it's pretty simple stuff. So yeah, this is actually looking decent for longs right now. We're looking for this to be inverted, and you can potentially have some entries there. So this is part of a new range low as well, so we did take the low out. So you can wait for either a change of character here, or you can look for just the inversion. Obviously when we get a fair value gap closed. How far do you think it will go down? I was thinking 334. Wait, what's that for, bro? What's that? Oh wait, that for EU. Yeah, we'll go on EU in a sec. Why did gold just melt? We'll go on EU. It's EU. It's EU. Right, we'll have a look at EU now. Give me 2 secs. We'll look at these YouTube chats. So yeah, EU. How far can it go down? Essentially, EU, we are looking for it to go to the external low, ideally. We are still in a bearish leg, don't forget. Like, it's important you don't get wrapped up into the smaller things. It's like what we said at the start of the week. You can't forget it halfway through. We said we want the first few candles to be bullish and then to continue that bearish trend. So it's important you don't really forget that and you still keep your eyes on the prize. But you can see again, I've said this so many times on the daily, breaking lows, breaking lows, breaking lows. So again, we just want it to break this low. In terms of the range, again, internal and external, our range high is here, our range low is there. We obviously want it to come to our internal liquidity, which we identified as this daily order block there. So simply we want it to trade down into this low, and it may have a little retracement before it trades down into this low. That's absolutely fine. We just don't want to take your eyes off the prize. Exact same thing that happened there, right? So remember exactly what I've just said, right? And now look at this. Now let's look at the prior range. So we've got the high. Actually, rather, we've got the low there. Sorry, we've got the high there. We've got our order block there. And we want it to trade to our external low. Alright, we want it to trade to our external low. So you can see that's exactly what we did. But just like we did now, so we came into our order block, started to sell off, but then price needed a retracement first, and then just continued that. Right, so if you look at the distribution down, it was initial distribution, recovery, distribution again. What we getting now? Initial distribution down, recovery, distribution again. And now the thing is with this is a lot of people obviously get induced when they see the recovery and they think it's a reversal. But yeah, it's important to just remember what you're looking at. Remember the higher time frame picture of things. And that's why I always say the most important thing is what are you coming off and what are you going to. That's the most important thing. That's going to stop you from getting induced. What we coming from and what we going to, and everything in between is bullshit. That's how I really look at it. So we're coming from this order block and we're going to this external low. All of this within, this is all bullshit. I know where we're going from and where we're going to. So any bullish patterns that form, yeah, I might try and get into some scalps or some temporary buys, but I still know my bias is down to here, right? Until that changes. So until we actually come above this or come above something actually significant. Remember, like, the market is, like, the name of the game is the market is going to try and convince you to go against it. The people say, oh, that's not the case. Oh, it obviously is the case. Like, explain scalping. I'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, so in terms of where EU can drop to, we are wanting EU really to drop all the way down to here. The only one that's kind of throws a spanner in the works is GU, because GU on the monthly is looking a bit mad, looking a bit bullish, but we'll see. We've got a few days left really to have a big distribution to the downside, so yeah, we'll wait and see. But GU is really the same thing. I mean, GU moved a lot less. Okay, you can see this equivalent high is lower on GU, whereas this one on EU was higher. Which is obviously, if you just look at EG, you can see why that is, because the euro's just been a lot stronger in that period. So yeah, in terms of where EU can go down to, our target is still 14,686, and it will be that until it's hit, or until we come all the way above our high. So yeah, that's my bias on that, and a higher time frame perspective. Obviously, when you're talking about the lower time frame, it can be different. You can look for example, on EU, you can look for trades that go essentially against the trend. So this one here, which we had on Tuesday, sorry, where it's just a small buy, like this, literally what, 13 pips. So it's not going to make a major difference, but just knowing where you're heading. Even here, right, we knew there was part of a retracement, right? So we knew we could potentially get in buys, but that means we're not aiming for buys all the way up to here, because like we know what's happening. We know we're in a retracement to then come lower. So yeah, again, market is moving really as expected, to be fair. The M basket, what's the M basket doing? The M basket's moving nice off of our order block. Again, we just want it to come down to the low. Kind of reacting off of this, but this is probably just going to be inducement. Let me read this YouTube chat real quick. But yeah, EG and Yen basket pairs looking the best right now. GJ, want to wait for a close above, and then I'll be looking for something like this. Be looking for something like that. Let me read these chats. Yeah, 4-hour liquidity above. Morning, she trades. What are you saying? Thoughts on UJ, even though daily CRT hasn't been completed on UJ. Yeah, UJ still does look nice for buys, but I mean, we've got CRT as well, so this is a perfect example of CRT. So let me first mark on our imbalance at the low. So in terms of our internal external, again, it's the exact same thing we was talking about. So we've got our range low and our range high. So obviously we're in an uptrend. Clearly we're breaking highs. You can see we're breaking highs. So we want price to come and break the high again. So we want to come into here. And we're coming off of our internal imbalance. So internal imbalance to our external high. That's essentially the move. So what are we coming from? We're coming from our daily imbalance. What are we going to? Our daily external high. So that will just be our bias pretty simply. So this is our target. We can actually draw that on so we know what we're aiming for. So UJ's definitely got still some space to come up to. And then if we look at the CRT as well, you can see, so we've swept this candle's low and closed back within the range. So this is an example of where prices came down. So it's tried to expand lower. It's tried to expand lower, but it's ended up closing back within the range, which shows that this right here was a manipulation in order to come higher. So obviously we'll be targeting this candle high. Also the open this morning was actually really nice. So yeah, that's where I'll be looking to target, which is how many pips away? 60 pips away. So yeah, you still got a decent amount of time. You still got a decent area. Obviously we're at this daily order block here, so people's probably going to be trying to short from here. I mean, I definitely wouldn't, but people are. We just know they are. So I'll mark that on. Everyone double tap the screen, man. I'm in AJ, UJ, quick buy scalps, both on a 5-minute about to TP. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be trying to get in shorts here, which I think is going to L out. And then let's just mark on where the order block is, really here. We don't really want to overcomplicate it really for the order block, but we want to see what we're actually coming off of. We're saying on a 30-minute, yeah, we'll just mark out this again. We don't have to get it perfectly right, we just want to We just want to generally see what's going on. Right. But yeah, that's on UJ. So let's have a look on UJ. Only thing is with UJ is I'd want to see a little bit of a retracement first. I don't think this is going to induce people, so I think that's fine. But I would want to see price come into here. I mean, we've filled this imbalance here. Filled that imbalance there, expanded off. So yeah, I'd want us to come back down into this imbalance. I don't know why you man can barely see. Maybe it's like the lighting settings, but you lot really can't see much. AJ's AUZ JPY at BMT. Get 10k likes in this live, boys. Everyone double tap the screen, man. Everyone double tap the screen. So yeah, hopefully we can come into this like 30-minute, but again, it's just kind of a little bit unlikely. I'm not going to lie, just because of how strong the dollar is and how weak the M basket is. But if we come back into here, I'd go on the 1 minute and actually start looking for a trade to go higher. But GJ is definitely the optimal one. So you haven't closed above yet, so again, in order for us to actually look to get into buys, we need to prove it to us on the lower time frame. So we want price to close above this. Right now we're rejecting it, which is a good sign. But morning, Randy, what you saying, bro? I'm hoping to come up to fill the 15-minute imbalance to trade lower. Yeah, that's what I want as well, Josh. But that was my main confluence. How do you identify range high/low? I mean, it's just market structure, bro. Really, it's just highs and lows. If you struggle to identify highs and lows, then just draw the line chart out. That'd be my best bit of advice. Come up here, and then just draw on the line chart, and it makes it easy, right? You can see. Just draw on your range. So this is our high, this is our low. And remember, you're part of this high and low until you break it, right? So we break it to the downside. So now you've got this high, this low. Right, and same way, this isn't a high, this isn't a low, because we're still within this one. You can't have a high and low within a high and a low in the same time frame. It's going to get confusing. So, alright, this is the same range until this one breaks. Now it's broken, we've got a new low, and therefore a new high. Right, so therefore our current range is here to here. This is our low, this is our high, until that breaks. When this one breaks, then we'll have a new high, and a new low, wherever it is. New high, and then a new low, right? And then same thing, wait till that breaks, and then we'll have a new low and a new high. Use the line chart if you struggle to get your head around it. Yeah, we're shooting off nicely though. Let me see what people are saying. Morning, Chaz, what you saying? UJ looking nice, got that daily CRT. Yeah, man, looking nice. Friday 50, not far either. Should we wait for the 4-hour FVG to be filled on EG before sells? Not really, bro. I wouldn't really see that. Again, another thing with EG, I know I say it all the time, but if you look at EUG as 1080p, EG, Euro GBP, is like 240p. Reason being is they're so closely aligned, you're just going to get less movement. So therefore, things are going to be filled less clean. It's just less clean. If it was EUGU, then yeah, you would want to come up and then move down. But the difference is, on EUGU, this range here would be like, what, 150 pips? But on this, it's 70. So, I mean, you can check that if you just check it like the Asia range, for example. And this is, by the way, a day that is very, very mad for EUGU. Sorry, for the euro against the pound. But if you look at it, from the high to the low, 13 pips. If you look at EUGU, so EU from the high to the low, 22 pips. GU, from Asia high to Asia low, 30 pips. You can do that day after day, so even in the prior day. And again, this is in the two of the most active days for EG as well. 32 pips on GU. It's going to be similar on EU as well. 30 pips. And EG, you can see, well, it's 8 pips. So bear that in mind. So yeah, I wouldn't really want that to be filled that much. I'd be sort of happy getting in there regardless. And also, it is a news wick as well, so this was massively caused by news. don't get me wrong, it would be a nicer entry if we did manage to come above up to this order block. That would be nicer, but I just don't think it necessarily will happen. But we'll see anyway. I've got limits on EG, fair play. Morning trends, what you saying? EG sells, EG longs. I'm gonna be looking at EG sells, bro. GJ longs if we invert, yeah, man. By the way, we are live on YouTube, chat, if you want to get the full screen. GG, I just hope we don't invert this minute 5 FVG, then gun for the Friday 50. I just hope we don't invert and then gun for the... Wait, why do you not want that to happen? Why do you not want that to happen? Alright, nice. This is ideal, to be fair. We would rather us take the Asia low. It would fill me with a lot more confidence because we haven't really taken any liquidity. We've had this big initial pump, but then we've just really recovered. There's not really been anything we've swept. I mean, we've swept the Asia high. I mean, the New York high. Are we in sales? What for, bro? But yeah, in terms of actually sweeping something, we would ideally want to see the Asia low get swept. That would be nicer. So, I mean, the ideal situation is we can sweep this Asia low. And then UJ will then come down into this. And the M basket, where could the M basket be heading? Let's see. I mean, the M basket, to be fair, I wouldn't really look to move anywhere. The M basket, we know the direction, we know the order flow's bearish. So yeah, I'd be sort of fine with just assuming that it will continue bearish. But yeah, the pairs right now that are looking the best for me is definitely UJ, GJ. EJ looks alright as well, but I'm not really looking to touch it. So yeah, UJ, EJ and EG. Sorry, GJ and EG. Even EG doesn't look the cleanest in the world, but I mean, it's kind of decent. The good thing about EG as well is these trades are like really, really high RR, so you can risk a bit less, which just makes it a bit more worth it. You'd have your stop loss at the high entry at 50% of this inverted fair value gap. And then, yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't really be trying to be too greedy with this. I'd probably just look to sell down to here. I mean, don't get me wrong, we would want the Asia low to get taken. And further than that, we would want price to actually trade lower. But just don't really want to be too greedy with it. Even to be fair, a fill of that fair value gap would be ideal. So yeah, that will probably be what I'll be looking for on that. But yeah, GJ's the one, man. GJ's the one right now. GJ's the one we're looking at. We want it to invert this. Everyone double tap the screen, man. But yeah, boys, if you want to watch on YouTube, you do get a bigger screen. You can see everything that we're doing. Wonderful morning. Good morning, Orville. What are you saying? Morning, bro. I'd taken off my chart. Didn't want to trade anything this morning. You in anything? No, I'm not in anything right now, bro. Speaking of P, why can't you stream in 1080p? I think this is 1080p, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty decent quality. The thing is, the only thing, I've got a webcam here. I've got a webcam there. The only way it would be better is if I use an actual camera. But then it's just long, bro. Like, I'm not trying to have like a whole camera set up pointing me in the face. Do you know what I mean? I like this webcam. It just points at you. The quality's decent. Potential ALG on gold. I would more see this as continuations, to be honest, bro. Would more see these as continuations for sure. Again, like ALG is the strategy I primarily trade, but you want to apply it in certain times. This is where quite a lot of people go wrong, is you can't just blindly trade the ALG. You can't just blindly trade it. I mean, you can really, like, I'll be honest, you can, but you're not going to get the best results. You're going to get the better results if you actually have a higher time frame bias first. So I feel like a lot of you man use the ALG and stuff as like the pure and utter. That's it. That's your bias. That's your everything. For me, what I probably do differently to a lot of you man is I have a bias, and then an ALG is just a tool to get in. Just a tool. So the ALG or the DTO continuation, they're just my two tools I used to get in. I'll analyze the market. I'll have a bias, and then if I think, for example, we're going long, then I'll use the ALG reversal strat. If I think we're gonna go short, then I'll use the DTO continuation strat. So I'm doing my analysis first, and then I'm using my ALG strat to actually get in the trade. It's not like the be all and end all of absolutely everything. You still need that bias, which is why I bang on about internal external so much. It doesn't have to be hard. Like internal and external is fucking easy. It's easy as anything. It's easier than the ALG strat. Internal external is so easy. It's so easy to understand. It's just you got to incorporate the two. So yeah, well, obviously we're inverting these fair value gaps as well. Me personally, I just want to see the market trade higher. To be honest, I'd want gold to continue higher if I had to look for anything. Okay, we're looking for GJ to invert this fair value gap. We haven't broken the low, which is I suppose a decent sign. For the highs marked out, what time frame you use? This is the 5 minute, bro. If you see the 5 minute, I don't know what pair you was talking about, but could you run through the GJ setup? Yeah, no worries, Wayne. Anyone like an EG? Nah, the screen recordings is 720p. Oh yeah, but to be fair, that's just trading view anyway. I suppose we could make it better quality, but like, it's trading view anyway. Who actually cares? Yeah, we're wanting this to be closed above. I mean, like when you was marking out the ranges, that was on the daily and the 4 hour, bro. I've got a video on my YouTube about the higher time frame. We're coming up for a second bite of it. Again, one of the best confluences you can have, chat, is having the index on your side. Like if we know for a fact, that's why I do that's why I get the bias right so often as well. Like you man probably think, fucking hell, you must put in hours to get this good at trading, or like you must like how do you predict the market so well? It's not. I'm not actually doing anything that impressive, boys, at all. All I'm doing is I'm looking at the DXY and I've got a bias. Like for pretty much the entire second half of the year, or not second half of the year. Sorry, what am I talking about? For the entire first half of the year, we just had a clear bias. I just knew it was bearish, and it was literally a matter of internal and external. It was literally a matter of me saying we're coming from this fair value gap to this low, right? And so I pretty much knew the whole time it was bearish. So that means when I'm on the lower time frames actually looking for a trade, I'm not actually doing anything too crazy. I've just got a bias. And I'm just then applying my entry strategies to that bias. I know the DXY for the first half of the year, according to my bias, from there to there, was bearish. So I was literally just going on EUGU, looking for buyers, looking for buyers, looking for buyers. So where you man are probably fighting to the death on the lower time frame, trying to actually like analyze everything, I'm just keeping it simple, innit? I'm just like the work's done on the higher time frame, innit, and then the lower time frame just getting in. But having an index on your side is the best thing. So with the DXY, for example, right now, or since the start of September, probably even before that. When was this? Yeah, mid-September. From mid-September, I've just been following the trend, and the trend has just been bullish. The trend has been bullish for the last like 2.5 months. That's it. I just know we're bullish, so therefore on EU and GU, I'm just looking for sells. So we're not doing anything like majorly crazy. We're just looking at sells, and even like the things we're using, it's nothing confusing. It's literally the most simple things you would use. That's the problem most people have as well, is they overcomplicate it, which I get it, because you need to like overcomplicate it to then simple it down. You need to destroy it to actually build it again. All I'm literally doing, right, the only things I'm using is swing high, swing low. Pretty much everyone in this chat knows what a high and what a low is. You probably learned it on your first week of trading. And then I'm looking at internal, external. This is probably where people go wrong. Internal, external. You need to know this. And then, but it's literally just an order block. And then decent psychology to say, cool, I know we're heading to this. I don't care if we get the first 3 days of the week or the first 4 days of the week rally 100 pips. I know on the higher time frame, we're in a bearish trend. We're in a bearish market. We're coming from here to here. Right, and I'm just sticking with that. That's all it is. It's simple shit. And if you look at what I've actually used there, I've used order blocks and highs and lows. Like, everyone knows what those things are anyway. It's just about actually sticking to it and then having a bias. But yeah, the majority of my work is done on the monthly, weekly and daily. And the ALG and the DTO continuation is just a way to get in. DTO continuation there, ALG there. Yeah, so that's basically it. And what I was saying about indexes is the same for JPY. So JPY, the reason why we're cooking JPY, I barely even look at JPY, but the reason why we're cooking, because it's easy, boys. We look at the bias. Again, like, I don't want to sound condescending, but the trend is your friend. Everyone knows this shit. Everyone knows. Just look at it. Look at it on the monthly. If you showed this chart to your nan and said, what should I do, buy or sell? She'd say sell, and she'd be right. Like, it's not rocket science what we're doing. It's literally, we have a bias. It's clearly bearish, right? If you know the index is bearish, then believe it. Don't try and catch the reversal of all reversals. Remember, 80% of the time the market's going to continue, 20% of the time it's going to reverse. And that's one thing that, like, people chat shit about technical analysis. You ever speak to institutional traders and stuff, they'll chat shit about technical analysis. But one thing that they will not, that one thing about technical analysis that they'll tell you is true, no matter how institutional they are, no matter how against ICT, how against everything they are, one thing they will tell you is a trend that has been continuing should continue. It's the same as literally anything. Like, the market's no different. Same as a football team. If you're looking at a football team and they've won the last 18 out of the last 20 games, they're probably going to win their next game. You haven't got to look at shit. They just probably are. Stuff continues. Like, just in life in general, the things trend and things continue. So this is pretty obvious, right? The yen basket's gonna be bearish, right? So I'm just making it easy for myself. Again, it's a fight in a downhill battle. Like, it's just simple. Simple shit, but just done right. But that's what I always say, man, is that's the problem with a lot of mentorships. A lot of people, they'll give you these strategies. This is an order block, this is a high, this is a low, this is a fair value gap, but they'll give you no way to tie it together. They'll give it no way to tie it together. And that's sort of what we do a bit differently. We'll give you these things, but then it's like, yeah, this is how you actually use that to do well. Because anyone can say, oh, this is a high, this is a low, this is a fair value gap. Anyone can do that. That's not going to make you a good trader. Everyone in this chat, I guarantee, we've got 100 man in this YouTube, 50 man in this TikTok. I guarantee you 90% of you, man, know exactly what a high is, what a low is, what a fair value gap is. You know the same concepts I know. But then how comes only 5% of us in here are actually profitable, actually funded, actually getting consistent payouts? It's because we know how to apply it. It's that the application of it is different. Actually applying it. So yeah, that's a little rant there. But yeah, we're still looking for this GJ to get inverted. Want to close above this. Facts, bro. What do you think of GU? Still bearish on GU. Yeah, trust, it's not a bank holiday here, bro. Trust me. I thought the markets were closed since it's Thanksgiving. No, it's a bank holiday for the US, but I mean, if you look at New York time right now, it's like 4 AM. So these lot are probably still sleeping anyway. That's why we trade the London session. It's just, in my opinion, just goated. Looks like we're about to invert this. The only thing I don't like is there's nothing really we're coming off of, as I said, other than this unmitigated wick. I'm actually going to draw on the volume, and hopefully what we see is a lot of volume coming from here. But to be fair, it is just going to be here, innit? It just is. Actually, to be fair, no, it won't be. rather than doing the sell-off, let's do the distribution higher. So let's do the New York session from the low to the high. Right, yeah, so we can see this area in general, price should return to this area. We can see price is happy with trading within this area. If you look at the max volume, all the volume is coming from this area. It's going to be points of consolidation. But you look, we're getting, so this is the max volume area. Consolidation there, and then all throughout the Asia session as well. So we know the price is happy trading within that. So what we need to see is price invert this, and then we can start hoping it approaches it. But it's nice to have that confirmation of the max volume just being above where we are now, because it is just a confirmation that we should trade up into it. I'd watch out for JPY, BOJ to intervene on low volume days. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of that. When did we have that? I can't remember which day recently we had that, but someone in my YouTube chat was telling me about it. I actually didn't know about that. But yeah, someone in my YouTube chat said that the other day. I actually didn't know that. So I mean, every day's what is it? Every day's a what is it? What they say? Every day's a school day or something. Every day's a lesson or something like that. Lou dropping so much magic this morning. Come on, bro. What's the Discord link? It's linked in my profile, bro. This info for free is crazy. Trust me, David, bro. Trust me. Don't you think Euro can go to the 15-minute BPR? Wait, what do you mean by the BPR? I don't really know, to be fair. Again, it's just mainly dependent on the DXY. We're at this fair value gap right now, so this is the point where you'd really want to see price retrace. But again, so this is sort of the crossroads we're at right now. Is, in my opinion, we are. Oh my days. In my opinion, we are bullish. All right, what we want to break this high. But if we were to reverse, then it would be at this fair value gap here. So you would potentially want to reverse. So in my opinion, I wouldn't even really want to trade this. When I would look to trade this is when we close above this. This will confirm to me that we're then going to continue to this high here. Or this high here. I want to see a 4-hour close above this high. Once we get that, it's pretty much gets rid of all speculation that we may reverse to the downside. Essentially. So, same thing, I suppose, for the same thing for EU, but EU's a bit nicer. So EU, this is our fair value gap that we know we could potentially reverse at. And right now it's looking like, obviously, we've got 3 minutes left of the candle. So it does look like we're going to close below, which tells me that we are now going to continue our trend to the downside. Again, just looking at where we're coming from, where we're going to. We know we're coming from this, and we know we're going to this. Right, so that's always in the back of our mind. Whenever we're analysing anything, we've always got that in the back of our mind. Again, just look at it like this is the starting point, this is the destination. This is your house, this is the shop, so wherever you're going. And stuff's going to happen along the way, but you've got to navigate through that and actually just worry about getting there. Roads are closed, there's a roundabout, whatever it is, stuff's going to happen, but never take your eyes off where we're coming from, where we're going to. That's the most important thing. Quick recap of the volume indicator. Yeah, bro, be real. Just watch my I've done a YouTube video on it. If you man want to know how to trade the volume indicator in line with like ICT kind of concepts, just go on my channel and watch this one. This one here. How to use volume with ICT concepts for more accurate trades. Go watch that one there. Also, chat, I've got a free boot camp that I've started. So if you man want to learn trading from the absolute basics, you can't see that. I've got a trading boot camp. So yeah, you man can go watch that literally from episode 1, literally the complete start of trading all the way through to episode 2, which is out now. When this video gets 100 likes, it's on 84 right now. When it gets 100 likes, I'm bringing out video 3. But yeah, it's going to teach you literally from the very start of trading. If you want to completely reset what you know and learn from the beginning for free, then yeah, get in there. Obviously, my mentorship's only like £40 a month anyway, so you're getting that as well, is what I'd recommend. But if you want to learn for free, then yeah, get out that, man. Needs like 15 more likes as well for the next episode, so everyone get at that. Let's look at GJ. Has GJ closed above yet? What's EG saying as well? Oh, yeah, EG came a little bit short of our entry. You can see we're still mitigating the fair value gaps though, so we did get the reversal point correct. You can see we've gone from bullish order flow to then mitigating bearish fair value gaps and continuing lower. So yeah, it's kind of annoying we didn't get tapped into that, but it is what it is, chat. GJ's had that close above now. It does kind of look a bit shaky still, I'm not going to lie. It does look a little bit shaky still, but again, when you're looking at the end basket and you know the end basket just is bearish, it's just a good confirmation that this just should be bullish. But yeah, so we've had that close above now, so this would be your actual entry, to be fair. Let me know anyone who's getting in this chat. Chat who's getting in. Louis so goated, appreciate that, bro. Lou dropping magic, trust me, bro. Gold, are you a buyer or a seller? I'll be looking to buy, bro. EU has a 30-minute BPR below after a bullish reaction, potentially, bro. Potentially, bro. Potentially. I'm not convinced with GJ still. I do hear ya. Yeah, now would probably be the time to get in, though, I'll be honest. Again, if you're not really that convinced, you can just half risk it if you want, or just, again, if you're not that convinced at all, just don't get in. But yeah, to be fair, we're coming down a little bit low. You could actually get a nicer entry. Right, so we've closed above that, and now we've got this fair value gap here. 2 secs. You mark this out for GJ. So yeah, you can enter off this fair value gap here if you wanted. And you can have a bit of a tighter stop loss. The only thing I don't like about the GJ is in terms of what we're actually here, what we're actually reacting off of. I don't really see there's much that we're actually coming off of. But yeah, to be fair, you're not aiming for a massive amount anyway. You probably just aim for that. So yeah, that will probably be your trade there. Again, this isn't one of the pairs I really trade, so I'm not going to be jumping in this one myself. But yeah, this will probably be what you're looking for. Probably be the best option in my opinion. Let me drag this across. We'll see how it plays out. Again, I'm not getting in this one myself, but it does look decent. It does look decent. The end basket potentially going for another tap of this order block. I mean, we've tapped it, what? Okay, only once, to be fair. What are you saying, Kat? If I missed any comments on YouTube, boys, bang them in again. We'll scalp enter when it turns. Nice reality. Nice. I'm not convinced on GJ, especially. Yeah, that's the only thing is the Asia low, man. If we swept that Asia low, it'd be a lot nicer. If we swept that Asia low. Even like if we didn't sweep the Asia low, if we actually fill this fair value gap fully. To be fair, you could even just enter with a wider stop loss, to be fair. You could even get in and just have a stop loss down here and aim for up here if you did want to do that as well. There's no need to like have a necessarily scalp it. So there's a few ways you can get in this, to be fair. A few ways you can get in. But yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree with you, boys. It's just that that Asia low, man, which we know the market's always going to want to tap into. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with letting this one pass by. If we took this low and then we got the exact same thing, then yeah, I'd be bang on. But we'll see how it plays out anyway. Let me know if anyone in the chat is getting in on it. See how it plays out. Yeah, it just is this low right here that just looks like the market does want to take it. We'll see though. We'll see how it plays out, chat. I was waiting for Friday 50 to get tapped on GJ. I mean, it's one of them. It's more on the yen basket right now, to be honest. The yen basket should just continue down. If it doesn't, let's see where we could potentially be wrong at. I mean, it's just if it wants to come higher up into here. Do we have any? Yeah, so the only thing really is if the yen basket, in my opinion, wants to come higher into this fair value gap here. We filled this lower 8-hour imbalance. So we filled this imbalance here. But we haven't filled this one higher. So that's the only case if we're wrong. So if we're wrong, it's going to be because price wants to come up and fill this. So yeah, if you think that's a massive probability, then yeah, just don't get in, or even just move your stop loss at break even as soon as you get into a bit of profit. Yeah, or again, you can wait for more confirmations. There's no need to jump in straight away. As I said, we've got quite a decent amount to aim for on GJ. Like we've got 60 pips. So even if you wanted to wait for, we go down again. Even if you wanted to wait for price to react off this or not, but react off this and break this high, and then we're probably gonna have another entry from, like if we do break the high, we're probably gonna have another entry from there. So you can wait. There's no need to get dragged in. We've actually got a decent amount we're aiming for. So yeah, it's up to you, chat. Like, there might be a few fair value gaps that print if we break that high, and you can re-enter off of that. So yeah, so it's up to you, man, innit? It's up to you, man. I think the directional bias is the main thing. Pretty solid on the direction. So yeah, we'll see. See if this one does GJ shorts, or are you looking for no more shorts? I wouldn't really be looking for shorts on GU because we're so bearish right now. We're so low in the range. There's just not really much point getting in. See, we've already sold off since 5:30. We've already sold off 60 pips, which is loads for GU. So it's kind of pushing your luck a bit. Getting in there. Getting in there. EU, same thing really. To be fair, EU's had that 4-hour close below as well. EU's closed below the fair value gap, so hopefully we have a little retracement back up to it to continue like that. That's what I'd hope for. Let's check EG, because we'd obviously do want the pound to be a little bit strong, don't we? Let's have a look at the yen basket. So obviously we want the yen basket to come from this internal liquidity to this external low. Good thing about the yen basket is we do have the Asia low within touching distance. So we've got that low there, and we've also got this Asia low here. So we do have a reason for price to come down. It's one of them as well. You can go break even on this one, like if you're pranging out. I mean, I always advise against it. As I always say, just hold to your full TP or your full stop loss, but UK 100 sells. G, thanks for that high time frame. Always king in these markets. Keep it simple. Learn that shit from you, my G. Come on, bro. Let's go. Yeah. Sells on gold. Looks like the internal 4-hour. Yeah, again, I wouldn't really be looking at these sells, boys. I would just be looking at longs. Nothing really on the higher time frame tells me right now that we're going to be bearish. It's more bullish in my opinion. We've had a pretty nice open as well. We've actually retraced like 90% of the prior day candle. So the prior day candle was 1.04 and we've retraced 0.75. So yeah, we've retraced like 75% of the prior day candle, which means we've pretty much mitigated most stuff from yesterday. We've got a pretty decent discount price. So yeah, I'll just be looking to long, man. Obviously we've got about 1 million equal highs up here as well, so you'd be looking for these equal highs to get taken into, smashed into. So yeah, man. So I'll be looking at. So this is the last fair value gap to come past, and then break this high. So yeah, I'd be looking at buys. I wouldn't really be looking to jump into shorts, to be honest with you. I had oxtail soup for the first ever time yesterday. It was bare real, so I thought, you know what, let me try this. It was actually banging, to be fair. What's your thoughts on GBP CHF? Let's have a look. GBP CHF, yeah, this is looking bullish straight away from the sweep of the Asia low. Swept the Asia low, looking to trade into the Asia high. In terms of the order flows, let's go on the daily time frame. You want to start on the monthly always, in my opinion. Yeah, so what's nice about this month is it's looking like a really, really nice CRT. Obviously, we've swept this high time frame low, as you can see. Swept that low there. And we've also got the CRT of this candle here. So we've swept this monthly low. You can see we swept it. We tried to go lower, wasn't able to do that. So now getting the CRT start to print. So we're obviously looking for price to trade up to this high. And going on the daily, I'm not gonna lie, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 bullish days in a row, which is pretty crazy. Tells me that a bearish day is potentially due. To be fair, it's not looking as clean as I thought. We do have this daily order block as well. This daily order block, and we do have a daily CRT to the downside as well. Not the best CRT, but still CRT nonetheless. If you look, this candle high was swept. So really we should trade down into this candle's low. I mean, we've already kind of came down majority of the way anyway. To be fair, it wasn't really an open low high close anyway, was it? I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, on a lower time frame perspective, I would probably just be bullish on it, to be fair. Yeah, I'd probably just be bullish. In terms of an entry, there's not really much fair value gap to get in, but yeah, I'll just look for price to tap into that daily, to be fair. Sorry, not the day, that Asia high. Look for price to come into that daily high. I don't really know about entries. I'm not gonna lie, I never trade this pair, so I couldn't really help you too much with that. But yeah, you probably look for an order block to be came back into. Then market to move like that. USD JPY. USD JPY is just not the best, to be fair. We want it to come down to this order block first. I'd want it to come down to. I'd want it to come down to here first. This 30-minute order block there, and then look to get in buys. So yeah, I'd wait for it to come down first if it does. Yen basket just consolidating right now, not really doing too much. Not really doing too much. Yeah, Tommy, I'm bearish high time frame for EUGU. Thanks. I use EMA scalping. Oh, fair play. Fair play. Yeah, I remember you saying, to be fair. Yeah, I'll be looking for more GU shorts, but just not really many entries right now. What pairs? It says in the, well, you're literally watching on YouTube. It says, this is GJ, bro. It says in the top left and bottom right. Yeah, a lot of people's looking at UJ. Where are you lot looking to get in on UJ? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat where you are looking to get in. EU sells off 50-minute high volume order block, 8:45 candle. This one here. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of this. We had this big imbalance that didn't get mitigated. It also closed below this 4 hour, so yeah, it would be nice to re-tap into that. Let's look at the volume. So from the high to the low. This one here, yeah. That would be ideal. I mean, we've got to come up a lot, though, in order to get there. What's that, like, yeah, 25 pips. It's kind of a lot for a retracement. So that's probably going to happen in the New York session. You can see New York session does tend to have those times where, as you can see from the prior day, where it can move down like 30 pips and then back up again even more. London session just not really going to do that. So yeah, that does look like the optimal entry for sure. Obviously that fair value gap or the order block, sort of again, same thing for EU. And that's a short I'd actually be willing to get into. Just these GU shorts here, don't get me wrong, we probably are just going to move short off of this order block and stuff like that. But it's just too low. There's not really any point in me getting in. There's too many potential areas we could come up to first. So, yeah. Yeah, the yen basket is literally not doing anything. Not doing anything at all. We need it to start breaking lows. I mean, I want it to break these lows the 1 minute. I mean, the 1 minute on the yen basket is kind of pointless anyway, but do want it to start breaking these lows here. EU longs maybe soon. Nah, not for me, man. I wouldn't really be wanting to put my eggs in EU longs, especially with how the DXY is right now. I mean, I know we're at this level, but we'd have to see something really nice and concrete for the DXY. There's not really anything they can do, to be fair. Maybe on the 15. Yeah, we needed to actually invert this, but by which time it's probably majority of the trades actually gone. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking to be inverted on DXY. EG, you can see, is continuing in our direction nicely. Come on, bro. It's a pretty nice 15-minute candle if it can stay similar to that. JER 40, UK 100. Right, let's have a look at UK 100. This guy has asked bare times, to be fair. So the thing is with UK 100, it moves so different to like EU and GU. We've got that there, you can see. We've broken out the high. So in terms of our internal, external, we've got our swing low there. Got our high there. Our internal liquidity there. So yeah, personally, I'll be looking to trade this higher. If we go on the weekly, we do have weekly CRT as well. Fucking that's a bit loud, isn't it, this song? A bit intense. Let's put on a better song. I mean, yeah, I was going to say we've had CRT, but it's already been actually completed. So this was upside CRT done and then downside's done. So it's really just internal, external to that high is what you'd be aiming for. In terms of the smaller 4-hour range, again, we're just following down all the flow. We're again in an uptrend. So yeah, we're basically looking at the same. We want it to fill this fair value gap and move higher. So we're looking for the exact same thing. We want it to fill the fair value gap and then move higher. Would have preferred it to come a little bit deeper into it. But again, it's kind of hard where the age session's just not the same colours on this indicator, which is jarring. But yeah, if we inverted this, yeah, I'd wait for us to close above this. Similar to GU really. If we can close above this, then I'll be looking for us to come back in and then move higher. So I'll wait for this 5-minute candle to close, look to tap into this and then trade higher. Right, Yen basket's moving decently on the 15. Right, we've broken that high as well. So again, we do have another fair value gap here that's printed. This is what we're talking about with a potential re-entry if you did want to get into that. Or if you wanted to wait a little bit longer. It's only a 3-1, we're not aiming for anything crazy. Oh, you bearish? Yeah, Tommy, we are, bro. JER 40. UK's had a 4-hour inversion. Yeah, nice. Nice, just closed above that. As I said, a lot of people are probably going to be jumping into shorts with this order block. I think they are going to get smoked. Come higher. Again, we've got this daily CRT on UJ. Swept the low, we've got the higher to trade into. Yeah, so we did tap into that level we was looking at yesterday, to be fair. We're also having a really nice rejection off of it. We're still on the weekly, or the monthly, sorry. We have got this monthly CRT. We've tried it so many times, but we are looking to trade into this low. The way this candle's printed, though, is not very nice at all. It's just a retracement, though, as you can see. This is our current range. We've got the OT there. And we've got this weekly order block there we've tapped into the body of. And also the 4-hour. If you look, we've refined it down to that 4-hour there, which we've also just tapped into. Kind of nice how we've swept out everything as well. We've swept out this candle's high. See, I'd personally be bearish on it. I'll be looking to sell. And we've already closed below this bullish fair value gap here. Already inverted this one right there. So I'll be looking for this fair value gap here to get tapped into. And then run down to the low. That's what I'll be looking for, bro. That's what I'll be looking for. What is this song? Again, yen basket just consolidating, man. It's not really actually moving at all. Hasn't moved at all in the last hour and 15. It literally hasn't moved. It's just moved sideways, so probably going to be a bit slow. What's this on? It says in the bottom right what pair it is, bro. Just need a bit of volume to come in, actually start breaking these lows, man. Got lows there to be broken. We've got the Asia low there. More than likely we continue. So we are on the right side of the market. I mean, more than likely we just continue this bearish trend. Especially when you zoom out as well and you can see. You're clearly bearish as shit. So we're on the right side of the market. We are on the right side. Actually kind of decently in profit right now as well. Yeah, what we saying, man? Who's in any trades right now? Let me know who's in. Who's in any trades? Oh, mate. Bare need to click my back. Just not clicking, bro. Oh, fucking hell. EU sales just waiting for a retracement. Fair play. This is a bit like literally ridiculous, bruv. Look at this. And move on. In gold buyers, bit worried though. Where'd you get in, bro? Gold short. We've got to pick, mate, there's always people in gold, I swear. Always people in gold. Gold sells for me. A lot of people are in sales. One thing I'd say about gold is be careful. Don't get induced by these big candles. Don't get induced by them. Gold does that all the time. It'll print a big old candle, and everyone will get induced into it. Like, it's important to keep your bias. You're in at 4,160. Stop loss at 468. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. Stop loss for. Assuming you're aiming for the Asia low as well. Fair play. I mean, me personally, I'd be looking for this to go higher, but yeah, I can definitely see why he jumps in sells. A load of people in the chat are in sells as well. I'm just going to stop looking at this till it actually fucking moves. It's pissing me off now. Same here, bro. Can't physically go against my plan. Decided to stay out of GJ. Fair play. Yeah, like you said, nothing wrong with that. What's your bias on EU? Bearish, bro. Bearish on EU. Yeah, nothing wrong with sticking to your plan, boys. Nothing wrong with that at all. This is a 30 song. They'll never make me hate you, Ellie Goulding. They'll never make me hate you. Yo, put that Ellie Goulding on. Who's coming to the link up, man? Link up tomorrow, boys. I'm thinking of getting a I'll probably get a little Airbnb after as well. Someone needs to get the Viva Street on the phone as well. What link up? Yeah, all of our we're doing a link up, bro. We do one every year. Our group, we all get together in London. Well, we all get together. we all get with each other. It's pretty hot. No, I'm joking. We're basically going to well, I won't tell you where it is, but yeah, we all link up and have a laugh. Last time it was in Canary Wharf at our office. Where did we go last time? Oh yeah, we went that golf range. We basically rented out the whole top floor of that golf range at Peninsula. You know, like the Top Golf kind of gaff. We rented that out, top floor. Did that, then we went to Canary, back to our office. We chilled at the Alchemist, had a couple drinks, then chilled at the parlour. It was active, seriously active. After party, lose Airbnb. Was gonna say I thought it was Saturday. It's Saturday, is it? Oh, is it? Yeah, I thought it was Friday. Oh, tomorrow. Damn, sounds lit. Yeah, bro. It's gonna be active, man. It's good, man. It's good to see people in person as well. Especially all of the yous lot that take the piss out of me in the pre-London, so I can slip something in your drink and throw you in the Thames. It's good to link up with people though, man. But Stu needed me there to really talk to someone his age, but I'm in Edinburgh. Mate, Stu loves it, mate. Stu plays the big man, but he loves it. It's Saturday, yeah. Oh, V-Got, you can't make it. The end basket kind of pushing higher. I say pushing higher. It's just twerking on us right now. GJ filling that second fair value gap, so we'll see how that runs. I don't think I have a costume. You need one, bro. You can't be a killjoy. Yeah. yeah. That's a good one. Come with a file and pretend to be Epstein. Yeah, we got David Lade Prime Edit music. This is what this music's about, yeah? Yeah, this is not my trade, by the way. This is someone in the chat. This is Warren's trade. Warren's trade. I want to come to one of these link ups. Look so jokes. Yeah, you should have rolled through, bro. Should have rolled through. Got a bagger man coming, to be fair. It should be a laugh. Yeah, we got this gaff. I think we got this gaff rented out for about 3 hours. 3-4 hours, something like that. And obviously, bare people don't know like, how they're going to get home. Oh, mate, at one time, okay, I'm not even going to tell you, man, about this, but I had to, I don't know if Owen's even in here, but I had to sleep in my office so long. I was literally sleeping on the floor of the office. I had to smoke about 10 spliffs outside just so I could get to sleep. Sleeping on literal, like, well, it was carpet to be fair, but still was horrible. So yeah, I think I'm gonna book a little Airbnb just so anyone who's got like a long way back can come back there and chill. I'm looking forward to the link up. Will be a laugh. Yeah, man, it's gonna be jokes. It's gonna be active. Bro, what are you saying, Josh? What are you saying, Josh? What's the end basket saying? Still twerking? Yep. Still twerking. Bro, look at this. Yeah, let me know any other page man are trading on. Since when, lol? Since time, bro. I've been talking about this link up for about a month or something. You can still come, Josh, if you want. People can still roll through. If you're still trying to roll through, you can roll through, innit? Yo, we got prime gym edit songs. Insane finger pump. Got the whole summer off, so hopefully banging more consistent payouts will be too optimal. Yeah, Henry, that's the plan, man. Wait. Got the whole summer, yeah. Yeah, wait, what do you mean, Josh? How comes you got the summer off, Henry? You, what'd you do? You like an oil rig worker or something? Hoping you're an oil rig worker and you're not school. You're not in school. Are you in this trade? No, I'm not in this trade, bro. I'm not in this trade, bro. Gee, you bullish? No, I'm bearish on it overall, bro. Bearish overall. At least and down to here at the bare minimum. So we've still got another at least 20 pips. What do you think of London? What do you think of selling off London? 50-minute order block. Yeah, bro, that'll be ideal. If we can come up to that, I mean, EU will be better. If we can come up to this order block here where the max volume is, if we can trade up into this and sell off, that'll be the ideal position, man. That'll be the ideal position. Fucking hell, GJ's actually just taking the piss in it a bit. I mean, the end basket. Literally just consolidating. We did alright to actually get into this, to be fair, bro. Where are you from? I'm from Essex, bro. Yeah, Discord's linked in my profile, Seth. Oh, you mean check Discord? Sweet. You in this? I'm not in this trade personally, bro, but we have been looking at it pretty much all morning, so hopefully it can still run through. A few people in the YouTube live are in this. I have short NZD USD. Is that inducement above London? Right, nah, bro, oil rig might be the play. I'm at uni at... Oh, right, fair play. Discovered trading first year and instantly wanted to drop out. Yeah, bro, that was the same as me, bro. I bare wanted to just drop out. I did in the end, but I waited till I was actually making money off trading first. Mate, I'm always refusing to jump off the live until the end basket actually does something. It's like a personal battle at this point. Yeah, what is it? A scalp nep? Or is it? Lou, from that EU, is that... Lou, EU, is that inducement above London? Yeah, I'd see that as inducement. I mean, it's one of them you don't really know for a fact. No one really knows for a fact, but ideally we want to see that as inducement. We want to come above that. There's nothing telling us we can't just move off this here. It would just be nice if we can feel this imbalance above and come into the max volume point. The max volume point is the only part really that's telling us that. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, but depending on how long I've got left, might finish my degree. Yeah, you might as well, bro. If you're on like your third... wait, what year did you say you're in? Oh, you're still in. Yeah, if you might as well finish it, bro, to be fair. If you've done that long, do you know what I mean? You've got yourself in the debt already, the student debt. You literally might as well just do it. Bro, this is a joke. It's a literal joke. What's the playlist? It slaps. I don't even know, bro. It's just my YouTube autoplay of all tunes I've listened to before. I couldn't even tell you, to be fair, mate. I'll try and put it on my YouTube, innit? It starts off with Veridis Quo. Daft Punk Veridis Quo. That's what it starts off with. Glad you're liking the tunes, though, brother. I was in the same position, Henry. Ended up finishing my degree, then went balls deep in trading once I finished. Yeah. Aaron, is that... I don't know your second name. Yeah, Aaron's absolutely cooking right now as well, boys. Aaron's absolutely cooking. Trades for a fund. Trades for a 9-figure fund. He's absolutely killing it. Spread on GJ Pointless. Moving decently though, I'll be honest. How far are we from... Yeah, we're about 10 pips in the green right now. Finish it and make the debt worth it. Yeah, man. At least you've got that in the back of your head as well. At least you know you've got a degree. It's also gonna... it's also gonna make trading a lot easier for you. What are you saying though, man? What are you saying, What are you saying, Scottish Trader? The playlist is called 2022 Prime Trend Twins. Bro just listens to gym edits. Any song that's come on, he said, yeah, gym edit song. Who watched the footy last night? Liverpool got absolutely cooked. Arsenal marching on, boys. Are we winning the Champions League this year? Bruv, could this be the year? It was a nice re-entry, to be fair, off that fair value gap. What's nice to see is even though that Yen Basket's still twerking, we're still mitigating these fair value gaps. You can see, even though it came all the way down, we did mitigate that fair value gap there. So small though, I can barely... That fair value gap there. Then obviously we've got another one here now, starting to form. And the max volume's here, all the volume's here, so we know price really is comfortable trading within that. So as soon as it wants to leave, this area, it's going to want to come higher up to here. We know it's going to be attracted to that. It's not a point that's been untouched. It's a point where price is very, very happy trading within. You can see the max volume, even from this leg up here, all the volume was coming from here. So, yeah, we know this is a likely point that price comes into. So we've kind of got that on our side, which is nice. You're in the right place for it, bro. Lua Mace cut the bullshit and provided so much value in this place. Yeah, trust me, Arrow, man. Trust me, you're in the right place, boys. I can't lie, all I do is listen to edit songs. Up the Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea done alright beating Barca, didn't they? Mate, Barca just aren't good at all, in my opinion. That league is so washed, isn't it? I always think La Liga is so washed. In my opinion, the two most washed leagues, La Liga and Bundesliga, the two most washed leagues. Even though the quality's better in them than it is in like Liga and fucking Serie A. I just think like it's so uncompetitive. Like the way it works, obviously you man obviously probably know this, but the way it works in England, the TV money, it's all split evenly amongst all the teams. So every club's got a decent amount of dough to spend. Everyone's got a chance. In Spain, Real Madrid get 40% of the TV money and Barca get 40% of the TV money. So no one's ever gonna be able to compete. It would be impossible. It's impossible for anyone else to ever compete. And the same with Bundesliga. Like Bundesliga's actually got a few decent sides, but like, do you know what sums it up? Like if anyone has a decent season in the Bundesliga, just buy all their players. Like, do you remember a few years ago? It was probably about 10 years ago now. But do you remember they had a decent season, and they took, I think they took Tuchel off them, so they took their manager, and then a few years before that, when Dortmund had a good season, they took Lewandowski, they took Hummels, they took Goetze. It's like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine this season? Like, cool, let's say Arsenal win the league, so City are like, cool, we're just gonna buy Saka, we're gonna buy Saka, we're gonna buy Rice, we're gonna buy. It would just never happen. It's just so uncompetitive. It's actually so poor, so poor. It's like Liverpool winning the league and fucking Arsenal being like, all right, cool, we're gonna sign Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, Gakpo. It's just like ridiculous how uncompetitive it is. Serie A is good right now. Check the table. Maybe the thing is with Serie A, there's just no goals. I'll check the table. That's another shit. To be fair, every single league is washed. Like, I don't know how people can say the Prem isn't the best. Ligue 1's bad because the quality is just so poor. And then Serie A is bad because there's literally no goals. There's never any goals in this fucking league. It's quite even though. 27, 25, 25. It's kind of good. It's kind of even at the top. You know what I mean? You got guys like Christian Pulisic as their top scorer in the league. The LeBron James of soccer. Well, let's look at the. I want to see like the expanded table where you can see like the goal difference and like how many goals they've scored. Let's look at these. Right, let's take this week for example. 1-0, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 2-0, 3-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. So was these all on? So 1, 2, 3, 4 games. 4 games there was 1 goal. And it was scored by Pisa in the 75th. Let's see the goal. The highlights is 2 minutes long. Good goal, to be fair. Come on, Seth. Who do you support, Seth? Any EUG sales? I'm up 1 to 8R. No, man, I'll just hold that, bro. Or obviously hold or close. But yeah, I'm agree with you. I do think we're going to continue down. If you're 8R up, I'd probably secure some profits, bro. I don't really see where else you'd be holding to now. You've got 8R, man. Be happy with that. Harambo League, yeah, trust me. Serie A league is tactical but boring. It's just so defensive, isn't it? EG flying. Wouldn't say flying, but yeah, EG moving decent, man. Shame we didn't come into our entry, but is what it is. We got the right level. We got the right everything essentially. We got the time it was going to reverse. We got the high time frame point. We got the trend right. Just missed out ever so slightly. Morning, Gaff. What are you saying, bro? What are you saying, JF? Any gold setups? I think a lot of people in the live are in this. A lot of people in the live are short into the Asia low. So we got the Asia high was swept here. Probably going to jump off in a minute, boys. There's not really much going on anymore. A lot of the volume's dried out. Selfish if you jump off what we meant to do without your lives. To be fair, boys, Mace will be live at 1:30. So you've only got a few hours. Don't worry, JF. We will be back on live very soon, in a few hours. I'm bare ill though, man. I need to go shop again and buy some soup or something. We're at that point now to be looking to sell on JF40. Yeah, I'm probably going to jump off now anyway. Probably going to jump off. But yeah, boys, if anyone wants to get in the mentorship, get in the signals, anything like that, just drop me a message on Discord, man. I'll get you in there. I'll get you in there straight away. If anyone wants one-to-ones as well, send me a message, one-to-ones, in the chat. Send me a DM on Discord saying one-to-ones. Yeah, and so, yeah, trust me, bro. It's literally not been moving for so long. But yeah, if anyone does want one-to-ones with me, I've restarted how I'm doing one-to-ones as well. Essentially, how my one-to-ones work, it's not monthly anymore. With the one-to-ones, you essentially pay a one-time fee, and I'll promise to continue working with you until you get funded and until you get your first payout. Could you check Discord DM, Lou? No worries, boys. I'll check my DM. EG drifted down, wouldn't fill the session. Oh, yeah. EG was slow, but in the right direction. There better be an Intenso Espresso in that mug. To be fair, there is a... I mean, can you see it? I don't want to spill it. So going to spill it, and yeah, there is. I've also got the ginger and honey and lemon tea because I'm bare ill. Double parked. Double parked. Oh, we riot. We riot. Alright, chat. Yeah, I'm going to jump off now, though. Appreciate you, man, tuning in. Sorry, JF, for jumping off so soon. But yeah, man. Pretty decent day. Obviously, a very slow day. Very slow day because of the bank holiday, but still moved pretty decently. GJ was the only one. GJ and EG was the only ones we're really looking at. Both went really in our direction. This one with a TP now just didn't really get into our entry. Missed our entry by 1 pip. And this GJ came in, but we're just moving mad slow right now, so let's see how it plays out. Lollapol lost 9 games in 12. Yeah, mate. Surely Slot's got to go soon. Footy's been good this year. Yeah, trust me. I've been rating this season. Well, I mean, I would do, wouldn't I? I'm an Arsenal fan. But yeah, man. appreciate all you man tuning in. Big up to you, man. Appreciate all the support, all the likes and comments, follows, shares, and all of that. As I said, if you want signals, message me signals in all caps. Mentorship, message me mentorship in all caps. If you want one-to-ones, message me one-to-one in all caps. As I said, I'm changing it up. What I'm doing now is you pay a one-time fee, and I guarantee to work with you until you get funded and you get your first payout. And I'll consistently work with you. I will not stop working with you until you get that first payout. So essentially, you're paying to guaranteed be a profitable trader, or I'll just continue working with you to the age of like 50. If that's what it takes, that's what it fucking takes, boys. But yeah, big up to all you, man. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'm going to catch you in the next one, boys. Sweet. Decent TikTok. For some reason, the TikTok's doing worse since May started.